Welcome, everyone. I'm happy to be presenting to you today. I am Rita Lamaro from LaCour Consultants. So I have my own company that does administration for small businesses or nonprofits. I do a lot of social media for various groups. I'm on Facebook all the time, sharing things and giving out information to people. I also build websites, marketing plans, a little bit of everything. I'm used to working with small businesses that are maybe a one-person shop that need a little extra help. So I excel at this. So when I started my business, this is what I wanted to do, help folks out. So what I'm going to do today is walk you through a little bit about social media, and some of this you'll already know, some will be good pointers that I've picked up along the way. But we want to learn new ways since this is a whole new world right now with the social media. With the way the world is, the next few months will be trying for everybody, and the real estate world will be really hit so far. But if you're ahead of the curve, you'll come out okay. So what I'm going to do now is I will share my screen with you, and I will share my presentation and see if we can get it on here. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. Amanda, can you see it with my presentation here?
Sure can.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's walk you through this. So as all of you know, this is the new world of social media. Right now, the last 2 months, everything's been up in the air, but we're going to start getting back to work. We're going to start getting out there, but it will be a whole new thing. So you're going to have to rely more on virtual, as you already know. You're going to have to rely more on getting out there without getting out there. So I'm going to try to give you some tips, but the next few months probably plan on virtual house showings, selling only online, which we'll get to, getting your name out there without in-person networking events, finding and selling buyers without meeting them in person. So virtual house showings, internet is amazing for house showings. We'll go through some of that. Selling only online. Now, I did refinance my house, so I've been through this recently. We did the signing about a month ago, or a little less than a month ago, but we had to go over to the title agency. It was a whole ordeal. So we know that you want to keep your clients streamlined as much as possible. Now, in-person networking events, I'm out networking all the time. So we know that you need to get out there, figure out how to do networking without networking in person. So Rotary clubs, any virtual hangouts, any virtual 5 o'clocks you can do would be great. So, and finding and selling buyers without meeting them in person, that's where a lot of your social media savvy is going to come in, doing that. So we're going to start out here with, let me get over here. Okay, so I took a couple listings today, and I did ask my realtor friends if I could use them, because you want to make sure that you ask anytime you share, because it's against the law to share another realtor's listing without their knowledge. So one thing I did do is I contacted a couple of my friends. I saw these posts and I said, can I use them? They both said, great. But you have a post right here of Kelly that has Clemens Street. So this is actually her first virtual listing. The seller went through, took all the pictures, and then they sent them over to Kelly, and then she made the showing from it. Then you have Shar. Shar's been great at doing house social media. She has a good example of a regular house showing here, and then she has an example of a testimony. One thing you want to share is testimonies as much as you can, because that gives you credibility. When I built my own website, first thing I did was ask people for testimonials. So that gives you a flavor of what's there right now. I'm going to try to give you a little extra. So Facebook, you want to make your Facebook interactive as much as you can. Videos, photos, DIY, share your vendors. Some of you are probably already doing this, but we'll give you a little extra. Show your favorite houses. Now, I'm a house person, so when they asked me to do this, it was a great match because my hobby is looking for houses. Even though I've been in the same house since the day I was born and I took it over from my parents, I'm still in that house, but I love looking at houses. So this is one of my dream houses, being by myself on an island. So I shared that. You can share videos of your kids going through a house. There was one the other day, somebody posted her kid had done artwork, as you say, but basically scribbling on walls, and they made it into an artwork piece. A lot of people are doing DIY right now because you're all sitting at home, and so they're cleaning out. Now, share your vendor posts. One thing I didn't see a lot on a lot of sites, people need to share who you're using. I mean, when I'm doing some remodeling soon, and so I went to my friend Shar, who's a realtor, and I said, who are your vendors? I need somebody for plumbing, I need electrical, I need cabinets put in, I need your vendors. So if you can share those, it just alleviates a step for your people. But you show the houses you love. There's so many old house sites. I mean, that's what I do when I need a mind break is I go looking at old houses, and especially the rich $1 million ones. I love those. So but this is a way you got to make yourself humanized. You got to make yourself human. You may not live in the best house, but it's okay to show that. You can set up your own workspace. How are you set up? So my husband's been working at home. I work from home normally. I have my own office. And when we get back on video, I'll show you how I framed behind my Zoom. I've made sure my Zoom is always pretty clean looking behind me. I even set up a whole framework.
Hey,
But
Rita.
how are you working right now? My husband, we took our exercise room and we made it into his office space. We took my daughter's desk. We took a folding table, and he was even able to find a nameplate from years ago. So he made it into his own workspace during this time. And it's okay to show your clutter. I'm a neat freak, and because I inherited a house from a dad that was a hoarder, I'm totally neat freak, but I like to leave some clutter around to show I'm human. Partner with local artists. There's an artist around here, Craig Mitchell Smith, and he does glass work. And I know a lot of people have his glass work around, so their yards, their gardens. Take a walk through your garden. Show your pictures of your gardens. It gives your clients an idea, one, that you're human, but two, gives them ideas. I mean, you want to show them your life. You want to show them who you are so they feel more like you're their friend when they go to sell a house with you. Now, right now, this is the main thing. Focus on the good. So everybody is focused on the bad sometimes right now. We want to focus on the good. So what I did was I tried to help a lot of my friends out that are working right now. My friend Lori in Diamonddale right now is serving pot pies from her diner. And she's serving it to emergency and first responders right now. So I shared that. One, it helps her out, and it also shows how I'm helping other people. It humanizes you, but it also gives you a chance to show other people doing good and show what you're doing good. If you go out and you are helping with one of the food drives right now, if you're helping pass out food, show that to people, because people are going to want somebody to work with that cares for other people. Now, DIY, it's hard right now. It's been hard the last month with Home Depot being closed. I've been trying to plan my new kitchen without going to Lowe's or Home Depot to look at things. It's been hard, but there's things to do. So there's decluttering things you can show. You can show how in your own home you decluttered a closet. I think some of you have probably seen on Facebook lately that these stained glass windows that people are doing, you can show them how to do that. And then I found another one is on a DIY Facebook page, how to paint cabinets. And someone was doing that. So you can do these little DIY projects while you're home and while you're showing it. And it's another way to both humanize yourself, but also help your clients out. You can even show some of your own clients, ask them how they remodel their houses. So if you sold a house to somebody, say, hey, I heard you remodeled your kitchen. Can I show before and after pictures on my Facebook page? Because everybody needs inspiration. So if you show former houses that you've done and ask the clients to show you their remodeling, they'll love that. Now, Facebook is amazing for selling things. And all of you may or may not know, but you can sell houses on Facebook. There's a lot of buy, sale, for sale by owner, but a lot of realtors are using Facebook to sell houses. So under Facebook Marketplace, you have a whole section just for selling houses. So it's one extra step for you when you're listing your homes, because you have to go in and list it specifically. But it's just another way to get it out there. So right now, during this time, you want your homes on as many sites as possible, because people are home looking on the sites. They're looking through houses. They're looking on every social media possible, because some people are bored right now, but they need inspiration. Now, Twitter. Everybody's on Facebook. Not everybody's on Twitter. Twitter has a whole different use. I like sharing my life, so I'm more on Facebook than Twitter. But I go to Twitter more for news, more for information. So the best thing you can do on Twitter is you can share certain new trends in real estate. You can share some of your houses. But I took a couple examples what's good for Twitter. You can share your vendor posts too. But one is the Association of Realtors. They shared articles. They're sharing ways to help out their members. And this is the National Association of Realtors. They're helping their members out here. They're giving an award. If you do kind of giveaways, which I'm not sure of the laws on that, but if you do any sort of giveaways, you can do it on Twitter easier. But Twitter is really good for news. That's the best thing it's for. This is one of the association's members, Danny, and she did it more for fun. This is her memes that she used. She made it into a fun thing. So these are fun to look at. I mean, everybody likes this with, I forgot the guy's name, but she made it more creative and fun. So Twitter's really good for articles. You can put your listings on there, but it will not get as much traction as if you do something fun on there. Fun memes, fun different pictures. Now, Instagram is amazing for houses. I use it a lot for house inspiration. So my favorite thing lately is Jimmy Fallon has been doing a show from his house, and every day he's in a different part of his house. And being that I love houses, I always watch just to see what's in his house. But it's good for photos of art, houses, home improvement projects. I found these on the National Association of Realtors site. You can do fun things on Instagram, and it will make your people laugh. It'll make some of your future customers laugh. So these are real fun memes that they use, and you can see that they credit it who they got it from. Anytime you use a meme, try to credit it. Anytime you use a picture, credit it, because you don't want to be caught copywriting anything. So you can see the copyright right here, or where they got it, basically, where they got it from. But these are fun pictures. I mean, all realtors will understand these. So another thing, it humanizes yourself. So, but definitely make sure you attribute it where it came from. Now, I use this because you have the hashtag realtor. On the next slide, we'll talk about hashtags a little more. but we'll get started here. So this is hashtag realtor. You can see there's 14 million posts with this hashtag. Hashtags are what lead people to your post. So if you put a hashtag on here, all you have to do is put realtor. You can't see it. Oh, actually here. You can put realtor in the search, or you can put Lansing Homes in the search. But anything with a hashtag before that search will come up on this list. So I did hashtag realtor, and these are the pictures. Whoops, I'm scrolling like I was on a computer. These are the pictures that came up, and you see how some of them are beautiful. Instagram is great for visuals. They're great for any of the pictures of your home. So if you have a spectacular home that you're listing, do a picture of the front entryway if you have an amazing staircase. And it draws the visual to the home. But you're going to want to do a hashtag, so anybody looking on Instagram for home pictures, home inspiration for Lansing Homes, you're going to find it here. So you could do hashtag Lansing Homes, hashtag Lansing Realtor, and it's another way to find you. So YouTube is great. So YouTube is wonderful for pictures, and such as the broker can help you do a video of your homes. But you see how people have the videos of the home on here, and it makes it more interesting to look at. So you want to make sure you're on YouTube also for your home. And it seems like a lot of work to hit every site right now, but it's going to be the best way to get out there and sell when you can't actually get out there. Hashtags. So we're talking hashtags. These are the biggest hashtags for realtors, and these are the top ones. So if you use any of these, they will come up and more often for people, because what they used was the top hashtags that people are searching for. So people search for homes for sale, realtors, brokers, dream home. So any of those that you use, they'll be in wide searches for people. And then we didn't really talk about other social media sites. So I've talked about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then also YouTube. There are so many sites out there. The biggest ones are TikTok. Oh, I still have YouTube in there. LinkedIn, Snapchat, Pinterest. Let me talk LinkedIn first. Make sure you're on LinkedIn. That is where people will go to make sure that you are legit, that you are a certified realtor, because it will have your resume on there. So if they're looking to hire you, you're going to want to make sure you're on LinkedIn, because if it's a buyer that does their work, their homework on a realtor, they're going to look on LinkedIn. Now TikTok, right now TikTok is huge. That is for teenagers mainly, young parents. It's 30-second videos of just dancing. My teenager loves it, but it just gets you another platform to say that you're fun. Just depends on if you really want to do that. Snapchat, that's the way that teenagers all talk to each other. So TikTok, Snapchat, I would ask your kids if you should be on them, but they are good to have your name out there. You don't necessarily have to use it, but if someone's searching for you. Now Pinterest, that is still used by all the DIY people and the home improvement people to look up ideas. So if you have something you did that was amazing and that you want to show people visually, put it on Pinterest. So there's hashtags for you. There's social media sites. Put the hashtags on everything, on your Facebook, Twitter, on your Instagram, because then when people are searching, they will be able to find you through there. And then make sure that you always have the hashtag on everything. And you could even make your own hashtag if you want. I could do Rita social media. And then if people are looking up Rita for social media, it would come up. I wouldn't have that many searches. Now there are social media realtor rules. Realtors can only use Only share listings of other brokers if they have the listing broker information. Any post that contains listed properties must have the agent's brokerage listed. In all advertising, listing agents, agent and brokerage name and address and phone number must be included, including any listings by other agents. And be careful when you use the realtor trademark and logo. Always check for that. If you have any questions, ask the association, because they'll be able to tell you what the trademark is right or wrong that you're using. And if you're going to use their logo, check with them. Make sure you're a member. If you find someone who's not a member using that, that's not right. And I put down the law. This is all based on Michigan state law and code. So it's Michigan code for realtors. And that is your brokerage name and address. So when you're doing advertising, always check with this. But the top are the social media rules that you really need to go by. Now, just like at the beginning, when I said I asked my friends if I could use their listings, I made sure so I could just verify that it was okay, so they don't come back and say, hey, you used that without my knowledge. So now when you're doing post, keep it positive. That's always my thing. People, well, you know, right now people are getting hot and cold and back and forth, and it's just keep everything positive. Don't vent about another agent. Don't share another's agent's listing basically without their consent. Watch what you share on personal accounts. Keep out of politics. And as you can tell from my slide here, there are rules for all of this. Standard of practice rules. So make sure that when you're listing something, if you're unsure that it's against the rules, double check the rules. Check with the association. Things to keep in mind. Stay entertaining. Entertaining is always good. That's going to get more of your shares, more of your interest. Keep it pretty if you can. And keep it personal. You know, share your mess at your house. Share your beautiful garden. Ask people what you think you should plant. Ask people what color you think you need. Be thoughtful of your content. There's some days that I go to throw up a social media post. I'll just want to share my views, and I start writing it, and I'll go, wait a minute, that's not right. So I might save it, put it on a Word document, and then come back later. And I end up starting to write posts and deleting them all the time. Draw from real life concepts. So if you have someone that had a plumbing problem, you can share it. Say this person had this horrible plumbing thing. The bathroom exploded on them, but I used my friend from this plumbing company to help. Avoid politics. Right now, avoid politics at all costs. And don't post content that could be attributed to a specific deal or client. So always keep it in your clients, your deals, and keep it positive. So these, actually, I went on the association's president's site, and she's really good at posting. So Tracy here is great at posting. A friend of her found this great meme, found this great picture. So that is entertainment here. And then you can see on her posting for her house, she made it colorful, and all of this is done through, so you see if it says real estate posting, the price, the location, that is a post that is done through Facebook Marketplace. So, but you see how interactive she made it. She made it exciting, price reduction, and then she put caps in there, and then she put cookies in there. So I use these at the end here as a great example of what you can do to make it entertaining. So that is the quick overview. I'll go back to my picture here of, that's the quick overview of what to do with social media. So that kind of gives you a really quick format of it. If you have any questions, you're welcome to get my information from Amanda. I am on the Realtors member page. So just look me up in the directory. But anytime you have questions or need anything, let me know. There's no one right or wrong way to do social. Well, there's a lot of wrong ways to do social media, but there's a lot of right ways. And not everybody has the perfect answer. But if you're doing your post and you see a lot of sharing and a lot of likes, those are the ones you want to repeat. You want to repeat ones like that, because I'm always conscious of how many likes I get. If I'm not getting anything, I know that was boring. So I had a post the other day about my fight with the turkeys in my yard. I still have people giving me turkey advice. So kind of a quick overview, but I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has, or you can find me after this. So thank you for sharing some time with me today at lunchtime. Hopefully you had a great lunch today.
Thank you, Rita. It doesn't look like any questions have come through, but once again, I do want to reiterate, on our directory, you can find Rita's contact information and reach out to her directly. This session is being recorded if you want to refer back to it at any point. And I just want to remind you guys that our roundtable tomorrow is part 3 of flood zones, and our flood zone series will be closing out on Thursday at noon. So I hope to see you all there. If there is nothing else, have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you.